Hello, welcome in. I'm going to be doing a bit of Reiki healing tonight. My intention tonight is kind of going through grief, focusing on grief, trying to help kind of restore that heart space or understand what grief is or how it can look or how it can come up. But let me know, how have you all been doing? How's your week been? Hello. It's been a lot of wild energy this week and last week and today. I think there were a bunch of solar storms. Hey Cherie, how are you feeling? Hi. I'm doing better. Still tired, still kind of on the rebound. Hey Deborah, how's it going? I'm sorry, Cherie. Hopefully tonight helps a bit. So I'll be lifting any heavy energies, any dense energies. Like I was saying before, no, I just started. You're just on time. I kind of want to focus on grief tonight, though. What are the heavy energies we've been feeling? And grief could show up in different ways. The loss of someone we cared from physical to non-physical. The loss of a friendship, the loss of a relationship. Yep. Let me know. I know during a lot of my lives, people normally come in facing a lot of grief. So tonight I'm going to focus on crown chakra, third eye, and heart chakra the most at the end. This crystal is selenite. I use it a lot just to try and clear through any heavy, dense energies. Hey, how's it going? For parent. So yeah, take it easy. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with whatever you're going through, whatever you're feeling. Yeah. The Reiki that I'm going to be using will help charge any crystals that you have. Thank you. So I'm doing a bit of pulling if anyone here is new. This is kind of combing through the heavy, dense energies you might have been feeling during the week, during the day, during the year. Why are we all angry? There's a lot of things to be angry at. I think it's good to come to some grounding, connecting back to yourself. The collective energy is all over the place. I know there was a lot of solar storm activity, where it's a full moon tonight as well, I believe, or between tonight and tomorrow. It's a full moon in Libra. So it's a kind of should be a balancing energy, but I feel like it's a bit unbalanced, so that you can try and find that balance again. I'm sorry for your loss. Yes, tonight I want to focus on grief, understanding that path of grief, and understanding that it's different for everybody. We all miss someone in some way or the other. You can get candles if you feel called to. If you want to look at the screen, you can. Yep, you could feel tingling, chills. You could feel warm, you could feel cold. Yes, this works over the phone. I was talking to my mentor about it because I've stepped into the shamanic lineage, beginning my training today. And so In Reiki, we can use a distance symbol. That way it could reach you wherever you are. But through shamanism, we do something that's kind of like astral projecting, where we go to middle world, or we utilize the energy in middle world. And so what that does is it allows this energy to travel through time, space, and goes where it needs to. So Reiki stands for universal life force. It's a healing energy. It's a loving energy. But it goes where it needs to. It heals what it needs to. You could close your eyes. Either way, you still receive the full effects. Hello, hello. I think Haley joined in. Hey, Haley. I have not watched that show. I've heard of it, though. Closing your eyes is good. A lot of people come to my lives just to kind of hang out. They use the energy to kind of fall asleep because it is a relaxing, healing energy. I see, Kimmy. Yeah, the heart goes through a lot. Tonight I'm focusing on grief, so it should help call back in those soul fragments. Feel that love that you once felt, and the loss of those. Feel their energy with you. Feel their love, the love that they had for you. Someone asked about shamanism. Shamanism is over 100,000 years old. It goes through different lineages. Some of us study with different shamans. Right now I'm studying with my mentor trained with the Linkin shamans. So I'm going to start there. Then I make my way through different ones to see what different ceremonies there are. Someone asked about cultural appropriation as well. With the Incans, they were told at one point in time to go into the mountains and go into hiding when they were being attacked. And so they reached a point where Spirit told them to return and to spread the messages, to spread the healing in the way of their lineage. So they're asked to bring it from that area to the Americas, to North America, where the eagle and condor could both fly wingtip to wingtip, to help bring in a new age. And if you look at spiritual TikTok, they talk about the new age. And that prophecy also spoke of it. But what I think the new age is, it's us. We're all going through a transformation on an individual cellular level. We're shedding the old, who we thought we should be in this world, and becoming who we're meant to become. A lot of us are being pushed into spiritual awakenings, spiritual growth. And spirituality isn't religious. It's you understanding the spirit, the mind, the body, and how they connect with each other. But yeah, if you're hurting, if you're grieving, take the time here to heal yourself, to restore yourself, to call your energy back to you. If you're healing, I always say start with shadow work the most. And shadow work, people become afraid of it. They become afraid of what that word could mean. What does the shadow mean? But all it is it's journaling. Keep it as simple as possible. What is triggering you? Why do you feel triggered? It's spiritual. So it's not against religion, but it's like parallel, adjacent. Maybe the hands don't heal you, but listen to the words. Find what you need. For some people, the hands help. I've been trained under Reiki and under Moon Ki, so I have healer's hands. So for you, you might see it as just me waving my hands on a screen. For me, what I see, if only you could see what I see. It's like ribbons of light and dark, but there's no good or bad. Just allowing space to come to peace with yourself. I'm sorry for your loss. Grief is tough, and you might feel that energy reaching out to you. And I know even in therapy we kind of talk about where it's like, write letters to that person, or imagine what it is that they would tell you, or what they would speak about to you. Talk to them out loud, talk to their photo. Go into a meditation where you can see them and speak to them. And in my mind, that's a type of mediumship. Because the grief is pain, it is hurt, because you've lost that person. But also when you lose that person, you lose a part of yourself, and that's the person you could be when you were with them. So just forgiving yourself, holding on to the energy, holding on to the memories, writing them down, telling them to others. And so when I go through grief myself, my therapist had told me that it's basically like walking down the street and then suddenly the pavement kind of collapses around you and you fall into it. And that could happen a few times. It could happen a few times a week. It could happen for months. But eventually you learn that deep crevice in the ground, that's just the grief, that's the pain, that's the hurt. And you know that you honor those memories, those feelings, those energies. You learn to walk around it, but still know that it's there. Know that those people that you cared about, they're there in your memories. And each person that's with us, they shape us in a different way, even if we realize it or not. Yep, with grief, the ground feels very unstable. But you have to trust the path. Sometimes you just have to sit in the darkness for a while till you could pull yourself out. And that's why journaling helps. Writing helps. Moving the energy around by dancing and singing, grounding yourself in nature. Thank you. I'll be doing the healing for about an hour, maybe another 50 minutes or so. Yes, so if you feel tingling or any type of sensations, that's the energy kind of going with you. Healing you. I'll probably do another 5 minutes of pulling. Then I'll do some energy restoration after that. Yeah, if you feel like crying, my intention is to create this safe space so you can cry, so you can feel the energy, so you can process the energy. If you think about it, if you get a paper cut, you kind of have to go through the process of it, feel the pain, feel the energy, but you trust the body to heal. And it's similar with the mind. It has to bleed out. It has to find and rewrite itself. And some days are easier than others. It's a winding road. It's a winding path. You allow yourself to feel by crying, by expressing whatever emotions come up, being in tune with the body, being in tune with whatever you feel, feeling safe enough to express it, to cry, to scream, to shout, to laugh, to remember. No, what I do is outside of religion. It's about the human spirit. It's about your energy. It's about who you are. And that's what Reiki is. It's not about what I'm doing. I do simple hand gestures, and for some people it means something. For others it doesn't mean anything. But it's kind of like the conductor of an orchestra. I'm reminding the mind how to heal. It's accessing your subconscious and allowing the energy to heal you. It's your energy. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I was gone last week. I'm still kind of like out of it, but trying to pull myself back together. So my Reiki came from different sources. I took a class online. I did training. But what happens is once you start working with other people, learning different modalities, it starts shifting. Oh, I love sunflowers. Thank you, Anne. So I learned Usui Reiki. Then I kind of made it my own thing. I want to make a course. I'm working on making a course. Thank you. But this month had just kind of knocked me down. I wanted to do a few things, but my understanding of God is different. I see you, Donna. Probably tomorrow I'll post it on my YouTube. Everything I do is across Zoom right now, or just on my lives. Music is throwing you off. Let me know if it's too loud. Yeah, it jumps all over the place. Someone sent me a hat. Trash can. I lower the music a bit. Let me know if that's better. Each track kind of shifts around, and I'm kind of playing with it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to adjust it. I see myself as more spiritual than religious. All right. I am playing the Linkin Symphony. So I don't want to change it, but if it gets too wild, then I can change it. Who's the creator? Lucas King came up with this composition. Some of it's good, some of it jumps around. Let's switch things up. I'm gonna use a bit of I'm tired. I don't remember the crystals anymore. Clear quartz to kind of clear through the crown chakra. Kind of connect you to higher self, higher spirit. Those that you might be grieving. Hey Shy, how's it going? Crown chakra is at the top of the head. This connects you to higher spirit, to source, to kind of what I guess a lot of us would imagine kind of you'd call it God. Someone asked me what I think of God, but I think God is an energy force that exists in all of us. An archetype that exists within you. An energy you could tap into. I'm using the crystals to help. They're sort of like conduits that I use to help clear through different chakras on the energetic body. So this one, Cherie Mystic had sent this one to me. So allow this to kind of open up that mind space. Open up that feeling of... Spin it. I do like Doctor Strange. They do tap on a lot of metaphysical stuff in those movies. Yeah, it's got like a blue energy around it. I haven't played Animal Crossing in a while, but when I do play, I will play for hundreds of hours. So yes. I see a lot of questions in the chat. I don't do readings. Just energy healing. Like I was saying, you're the creator of your reality. If you want that job, say it out loud. Say that that's something that you want. I do play Pokemon Go. I'm glad you could feel it. I'm sorry for your loss. Kind of diving back into grief. In the moment when you lose someone, there is that shock, that numbness that kind of comes along. Just kind of sitting there with the energy, processing it, feeling it. It's going to feel unreal. Reality is going to feel unreal. The most important thing is taking time to yourself. Taking time to just come to terms with reality. No matter what you go through, I keep a journal in my phone. That way, whenever the thoughts kind of come up or the heaviness kind of comes up, I could write it down. I don't have to reread it, but it's a place that I could express whatever is coming up. Yeah, it's heavy. The shock could last a long time. That's why, like, grief, there's no set time on how long it takes to grieve. Like, companies are like, we give you this amount of time to grieve or whatever, but it could be years. But doing the therapy, doing the work, finding where in spirituality that you can connect to, that helps. Whatever faith you believe in, kind of connecting with that. Yep, sometimes we go to the same place of despair and the grief because you miss them. We feel like things are forever, but it's a reminder that we are mortal. We're here to tell a certain story, to live a story, to inspire others with our story, or to have others tell our stories once we're gone. keep telling the story. Keep living the story. The way I see it, those that have moved on, those that have passed, how would they want you to feel? What would they say to help comfort you? Call upon that energy and imagine that energy there with you. I'm sorry about your pet rock. What do you do with a broken heart? You feel the pain. You journal. You write the pain out. You turn the pain into art, into music, into paintings. You find the people that can listen. That can listen to your story, to listen to your heartache, until you could heal. Because what's happened is that the mind then creates a pattern. When you lose someone in grief, when you lose someone in heartache, it creates a pattern. And the mind kind of gets stuck running through that loop over and over again. The moment you think of them, the mind is like, oh, whenever you think about this person, you go to that place. We go to the dark place. We go to the heavy place. Like I said, it's good to feel the pain. It's good to feel the emotions to help process it. Don't stay there as long as you need, but find a way to climb out. Find a way to help support yourself. Find the community that could help support you. Because we talk about grief, we talk about reality, we talk about the meaning of life, and it's community. It's about those that can help you, those that you can help by sharing your story, by processing your grief, by healing your grief. And grief sometimes stays with us forever, but how do you honor that energy? How do you honor the person that was lost? I'm going to switch to a different rock. Use a bit of amethyst to open up the third eye. Someone was asking about the third eye, what I think of the third eye. People want to open the third eye. The third eye is analytics, it's logic, it's open, it does what it needs to. What you want when you say to open the third eye is you want to open the heart chakra and the third eye. That allows you the ability to journey. Thank you. The heart to feel, the mind to process and think. Yeah, there's a shift in energy. Yep, if you feel it in your forehead, that's where the third eye is. They're different. I like to dive into the esoterics of things. If you take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. But for me, they say that those that have passed, those that have moved on, they guide us in different ways. They come back as spirit guides, as angels. They send us messages in different ways. Some people see the birds, they see cardinals or blue jays or sparrows, and it reminds them of those that they've lost, sending messages to know that they're still here, they're still with us in different ways. If we look at science, they say energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It just is. And so what I think people are, we're not the bodies that we see, we're not all of this. We're the spirit within. This is a radio that taps into a very specific frequency. of what a person is. And you felt what those people feel like. You felt what those energies felt like. You could tap back into those frequencies. Yep, you don't have to believe in Reiki. Take what resonates with you. If you don't know how to heal, I would write it down. What do I need to heal? What does healed look like for me? So journal out exactly what that would feel like, what that would look like. And then from there, kind of working your way through that. For me, it's always to process the energy. You have to journal whenever the emotions come up. Why am I being triggered? Why am I feeling this? Thank you, Anne. Also grounding. You have to protect your energy. You have to ground. And when I say grounding, I mean earthing. I mean going into nature, going to the beach, going to the park, planting flowers, planting seeds, digging your hands into the earth, feeling connected to it. You connect to the earth, you can connect to everything else. Same thing, if the third eye's overactive, you have to ground. If that third eye's overactive, that's the logic and the stories over and over, going and going. I'm gonna switch the music a little bit. Give me 1 second. I'm using amethyst to try and heal through the third eye chakra. To feel empty, to feel numb. I'm kind of going back to the places where I felt like that. And when I felt lonely, when I felt empty, I was disconnected from myself. I let a different story run in my mind. I had to go on adventures. I had to connect myself back to myself. Going into nature, writing down whatever you feel, reaching out to the people that make you feel alive. And if you're not sure who those people are, calling them in. Celestial, I feel that energy. I understand that energy. That want to just be just to yourself. And that's okay too. Yep. I'm still kind of like, I'll do these lives, but then I'm back in hermit mode. I'm just on my own, regaining my energy, rebuilding myself, figuring out where I want to go next, what I want to do next, what that journey will look like. I feel a bit of dense energy. I'm going to do a little bit more pulling, just to kind of loosen up any energy that's kind of holding you back, any stagnant energy, any stagnant blocks. I'm trying to dive back into everything I have on grief just to see what else I could bring. But those were the main things that I was taught. If you're going through grief, if you're going through loss, finding the people you could talk to, finding a grief counselor, a grief therapist. Thank you, MJ. These are cute. I feel like breakfast food all of a sudden. But yeah, honor the memories, those that you've lost, but keep moving. This is your story that you're telling. This is your life that you're living. Tell the story that you want. Using a bit of selenite. Because I was using the third eye, because I was using amethyst, it might have activated a bit, so you might be getting some sensory feedback. But the buzzing, I believe, is normal. As long as it's not too insane. Yep, exactly that. The relationship's changed. It's the same when you've lost someone that's moved from physical to non-physical, or also if a relationship ends, you lose a part of yourself because as a person you can't be anymore. And that's what makes it difficult. I think ASMR is cool. ASMR Reiki is cool. Using a bit of green adventurine. I want to focus on that heart space now, right in the chest. Call back in those soul fragments. Call back in your power and your love. Meditation is good. If you're struggling to meditate, try different ways. The way I meditate is different. I'm a very visual person, so I'll visualize being in a place of nature that I like going to, imagining all of it: the grass, the ground, the trees, the flowers. Yes, the chakra extends through the front to the back, all around you. I hear EDMR helps a lot. If you want, kind of hold your hands on the chest space. Feel the warmth in your hands. And feel the warmth and imagine it as light flowing through you, moving to the heart space, lifting any dense, heavy energy. If you want, take a deep breath in, slowly exhale. So Reiki can make you cry because it creates a safe space where if there's any pent-up emotions, those will be released. Also, crying is just energy moving. It's okay. Sit with whatever emotions you feel. Sometimes it's difficult to cry. Sometimes there are blocks that prevent us from expressing those emotions. And yes, everyone, please follow my moderators. They're all amazing and powerful, intuitive. This is Green Adventuring. This I'm using for the heart space. I'm glad that they help. I don't know if you could shut down the empath ability, but shielding and grounding will help. Before you leave the house in the morning, imagine yourself in a bubble of light or ice or water or fire, and imagine it as a shield. Tell yourself you're protected, you're shielded. Tonight I'm focusing on grief, but right now I'm focusing on the heart space to kind of wrap things up. Say it out loud. Say, I call back in my heart fragments, and imagine them as past versions of yourself, the ones that hurt, the ones that were hurt, and imagine you offering them the love they need, the support they need, the hand that they needed to pick themselves back up. For me, I'm an empath, and I can't imagine it being any other way. Maybe there are ways to go back, but I think the brain gets wired. You could probably shut the emotions down, but I think that causes more harm. It's too late. We're already here. Hey Adam, how's it going? Yeah, it could be overwhelming. This one is Green Adventuring. This one's for the heart space. Just to relieve any of that tension you might be feeling, from any of that grief that you have. Thank you. Sending healing energy, but I like to think is Reiki. It helps with mood more than anything else, but some people do feel a lot better. I've seen it help with headaches a lot. You could be all of those things. Yep, this is a rock. I'm glad that it helped. Yeah, it helps a lot. For me, an existential crisis is kind of like the third eye going off. The brain is either comparing you to where you want it to be, or projecting where you want it to be, or yep, it's Bam Bam. Or comparing your story to other people's stories. You just got to come back to yourself, come back to yourself, grounding back into the body, doing things like breath work or EFT tapping. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves. There's a lot that we say we want to do and become and need to become, and this is the timeline, I need to do this is my 5-year plan, this is my 10-year plan. It's like, it's good to have all those things, but also if it goes off the rails, if it goes off track, it's like being gentle with yourself as you kind of recalibrate that energy, taking a moment to let go of all of those expectations. And that's something that I feel happens to me a lot as well, where I'm like, I'm not where I want to be. My business hasn't gone where I want it to go. I'm not helping as many people as I want to be helping. All those narratives. I'm not living the way I want to be living. I'm not where I want to be. And it's a journey. It's a story. You're the main character. You're going through it. Sometimes you just need rest. Have fun. Life is short. We have to slow down and have fun and do the things we like doing. I'm gonna switch up crystals. I'll recharge this one here for the time. Rose quartz. I think it's rose quartz. You are the main character. Life is too short. Coming to terms where we are in our story right now. Coming to terms with who's in our story right now. Letting go of people who don't deserve to be in our stories right now. This is for the heart space. I have not seen aura-coated. Wait, have I seen aura-coated rose quartz? Do I have one? I'm not sure. And so I think of Alan Watts a lot, or like Taoist philosophies by Lao Tzu. And it's like, people ask me about religion. What do I believe? What do I believe? What's my religion? Whatever the trees believe, I believe. The trees, you plant them in the shadows. You plant them in the dark. You plant them into the earth. They grow out of the earth by drinking water, by taking the nutrients offered to them, whatever's in their environment. And when they break out of the shadows, they reach for the light. Roots digging through the shadows and darkness, but also branches reaching for the light, finding balance. That's what life is. We're just flowers in a garden. That's what my mentor tries to teach me. Just take it easy. See everyone as a flower blossoming in their own time. And I know for empaths, that's the hardest thing. You see people and you could project where you want them to go, who you want them to become, how you could help them. But you have to trust them. You have to trust them on their path. If you try to help too much, you take blessings away from other people, lessons away from people, lessons that they're meant to learn, that they'll learn eventually, because then they probably won't take the advice that you're giving. And as a teacher, as a mentor, that's the hardest thing, but is just being there for them, listening, holding space for them, but trusting them to grow in the way they need to grow. Some things could take 1 year. Some things could take 1 year for us, and it could take a lifetime for others, but we have to trust that. That's the story they need to tell. That's the story we need to tell. It's just that the way we grew up, it's sort of like we're given this roadmap. We have to do this thing, we have to do that thing. You have to get married, have kids by this age, have a house, buy land. We live on a rock floating in space. Someone had asked for a bit of pulling. Any heavy energies you feel, anything you want to let go of, please let go of them. Thank you. These things, I say these things too, but during the day I'll forget them. But I have to remember it. I have to remember exactly as I told you. We're plants in a garden. We have to trust everyone where they're at. We have to trust ourselves where we are at. We have to be gentle with ourselves. And know that we're playing a role. We're playing a character that we designed. And we can redesign that character whenever we need to. I've seen a lot of people in relationships not wanting to be in relationships. And a lot of single people wanting to be in relationships. Different gardens, they're different things. How can we appreciate what's in our garden right now? What are the things that we do like? Because once we could find that gratitude for what we do like, even if it's the smallest things, it opens space for the universe to bring in more things like that. And sometimes the universe brings in heavy negative things to remind us how to get back to that place. Grass is always greener. Fill your own cup up. It's a lot. Trust me. It's scary being alone. It's lonely being alone. But for me, I was in a relationship that was incredibly toxic and incredibly awful. Being single has probably been the best thing I could have asked for. Being able to write my own story, I became selfish. It's just that when you're with someone else, sometimes it feels easier to co-create a story, to co-create a reality. But then I feel, for me, the type of person I am, there's a lot I have to do that I'm rushing to do. Reiki Master told me I am a natural Reiki healer and I should get attuned. What is natural? Natural means that you probably understand this energy already. That getting attuned will only activate this energy more. We look at time and years of being single, being alone, feeling alone. We look at others. What is it that we want? So when I see a relationship, in all honesty, when I see a relationship when I see people in a relationship or people chasing relationships, I see them seeking divinity within others. They seek the feeling of God within others. And when you do that, it can become codependent. It comes down to, how do you connect to yourself? How do you feel love within yourself? How do you open space for, if you do want someone in your life, to allow them to come in? It should be effortless. But the journey, like I said, could be 1 year for one person. It could be a lifetime for others. It was some good time. Still healing, still on the mend, but I've had some new insights on a lot of things. Just trying to stay grounded within my own reality. I dealt with it from 4 years old. I haven't opened my classes yet. I'm still figuring things out. That's where I get stuck, where I'm like, I want to build out a shadow work course. I want to build out Reiki training. I want to build out a whole bunch of things. But the time, so I'm a projector, so the time thing hits me hard, where if I was a generator, I could probably do all of that in like maybe a month or two, have all those courses out. Me as a projector, it could probably be a year or two, maybe longer, to fully build out what I envision. I am a projector. For a generator, you still have to rest as a generator, but you do have a lot more natural energy that flows through you. I procrastinate, but also when I procrastinate, sometimes good ideas come out of that procrastination. Like, I want to write a book, I want to write a healing book that's kind of like fiction, part Reiki, part fantasy. I'm like, that's a great idea. Now let's do it. And I'm like, no, I'm tired. Everything in due time, or doing a little bit here or there. Generators are doers. They go out and they do things. Projectors, they take a bit longer to build things out. They're kind of like that mentor energy, that teacher energy. They wait for an invitation. Projector energy, for me, it's very sleepy energy, where I'm always tired, no matter what I do. I could have like 9 hours of sleep and I'll still be tired. I need other people. I need generators, because then when I'm around other human design types, projectors amplify that energy, and that energy gets amplified within them as well. Whereas where I am kind of in my isolated bubble, it just sort of like, I deal with whatever energy I can generate at a time. I think I have like maybe 2 or 3 centers filled out, but that's about it. That's all I got. Generating manifestor is good. You generate your own power and you can manifest your reality exactly as you want. You'd have to, it's a long journey. I forgot his name, but there was a person that channeled the human design system and came up with the 5 types that there are. And it's a mix of a lot of different things, astrology, so many different things. But like once you read it, once you figure it out, it's like it helps you remind you who you are. Yep. I think animals regenerate their energy by sharing it with others, but also they're they're a bit more intelligent than us because they connect to the earth. Yes, that's it, Anthony. Rauhu. I can't pronounce it, but yes, that's who it is. You could learn Reiki different ways. In the future, I want to start offering a course, but you'd have to find a Reiki master or Reiki practitioner that'll teach you level 1. Level 1 is just about you healing yourself, learning to play with the energy, learning to heal from the energy. And then level 2 and 3 is where you're taught how to help with others. There are a ton of books on it. A whole lot. Reflectors are rare. They tell us how society is doing as a whole. You'd have to look up human design. I think Jovian Archive is one of them. I think, is it Talking Body Graph is another one. But you would have to kind of look up... Oh no, Anthony. Yeah, I've felt that energy. It's a wild energy. This is... I'll have to re-update it. I was playing Linkin Park earlier, but now it's Avatar The Last Airbender. 1 hour of lo-fi. It's very chill. But yeah, soon I'm gonna start winding down. There's a part where I forget everything. I forget who I am and everything that I do. Please follow my moderators. They are all amazing and powerful. I think I'm trying to remember all of them that are in here. Chronically Ghosted, Shy Flying High, Cherie Mystic, Adam, X9JAT. Trying to remember if anyone else joined. I have a Patreon where I kind of post sound healings up there. I try to post what would be similar to my one-on-ones as Reiki sessions up there. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I have my Calendly link back open. Follow me on YouTube, same name, Alchemist Kennedy. But if you look up Jovian Archive, that's a good starting place, but it's a lot of Googling. When I learned about human design, it was like hours of just trying to figure out what meant what. It is all over the place. Perfect. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just reread The Alchemist. Well, I found an audiobook for it, so I was kind of listening to it. It's good to revisit it. I try to revisit The Alchemist once a year. It was a big inspiration point for me. And the anime Full Metal Alchemist, I want to revisit that. That was a big point for me. The creation of myself. All right, everyone. I'm going to start winding down. I hope you all had fun. Thank you all for hanging out, being respectful of each other, answering each other's questions. I know it's a lot. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist is one of my favorites. Second favorite right now is My Hero Academia. Yep, Paulo Coelho is the alchemist. Trying to think what else. Nope, that's all I got. All right, everyone. Monday I'll probably do another live around 9:30, and then next Friday I have that linked in my bio as well. That way, if you want to check it out. All right, everyone. Watch Platinum and. All right, everyone. I will see you all soon. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Take care. Bye.